Okay, everybody, I'm trying to get signed in. Getting all my ducks in a row. At least we are much better off than the poor people in Texas and Louisiana. It's drippy and nasty raining here, but I am excited to get to talk to y'all. I know I don't seem very excited right now. I'm just working everything. I see people from Florida, and motivation is the hardest thing. We start a new habit tomorrow. Tomorrow is our new habit, and that new habit is our before bed routine. Can y'all hear me okay? Thumbs up if you can hear me okay. I'm trying a new mic today. Does it need to be closer to me? I'll put it right there. See if that's better. How about now? Let's see. Yep, people are giving me thumbs up. Our new habit is our before bed routine. Now, this is the most important routine that we have in our arsenal of routines. It starts our day off on a good foot because we've gotten so many things done. So let's talk about the elements of your before bed routine. I almost turned the camera table and everything over. Okay, so I moved it away. See, I talk with my hands, so you need to see me talk with my hands because, you just have to use your hands when you're from the South. So the elements of your before bed routine it's all about making tomorrow easier for you. No, trying to find some clean underwear. No trying to, get some socks and figure out what shoes you're wearing. Nothing like that. It's all about taking care of the things that are going to make your tomorrow just a little bit easier. So here is the main thing you got to do. Pick out your clothes for tomorrow. I know it sounds stupid. You know what's in your closet, but let me tell you, if you will pick your clothes out for tomorrow, you can get dressed as soon as you get up. You take your shower, you swish and swipe your bathroom, your clothes are laying there ready for you to get out of the, to get into them. And when you do that, your life is going to be so much easier. Getting up and getting dressed first thing is going to give you a little more incentive to get the things done before you leave the house. I know it doesn't sound possible, but it really does work. Now, picking your clothes out. Now, you don't have to wait until bedtime to pick your clothes out. We have some people that have one of these closet organizers, and you can help your children pick their clothes out, because when you've got one of these closet organizers, you can have everything ready to go in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Some people like to, put their outfits together all on Sunday, and they take a note card and put a hole in it and put it over the hanger, and it says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's just that simple. You just have to think ahead, and when you think ahead, you can mix and match, so you don't need as many clothes when you mix and match. And making sure the laundry does. We've just gotten through working on our laundry habit for the last 31 days. And that laundry habit, it keeps all our clothes clean. And when our clothes are clean, we feel ready for anything, because we can pack and go on a trip, and we can do lots of things when our clothes are clean. So what I want you to do is sit down with a piece of paper right now, and let's look at the things that we've got to do to get ready for bed. So in order to pick out your clothes for tomorrow, you need to know what's on your calendar. So you've got to check your calendar. Now, calendars are efficient ways to keep the things that we need to do in front of us. Our calendar has great big boxes so that you can write everything in. You have plenty of room, and check your calendar for, and if you're doing your menu planning, that's on the calendar, so you might need to get something out of the freezer. Just make sure it's labeled. Tammy knows what I'm talking about. She got out a package the other day to do Taco Tuesday, and she thought it was taco meat, but it was really chili beans. So she had to come up with an alternative plan for her dinner that night because it wasn't labeled very well, or it was labeled and she didn't look at it. So we all had a laugh about it, and it was fun, and it's always we got to learn to laugh at ourselves through the process. So picking out your clothes, you got to know what the weather's going to be tomorrow. Well, I've been watching the Weather Channel for the last week, and it's got my blood pressure up. You know, I thought watching political stuff on TV was going to get my blood. No, it's worrying about all those people in Texas and Louisiana. And if you know somebody down there, get them a rubber sweeper, because I don't have one right here with me. I just thought of this. But the rubber sweeper has a squeegee head on it, and it can help them get their houses clean. It's a great tool. I keep one in my truck all the time, and I use it as a puller in the back of the truck to pull things out. But it'll scrub the sides. It'll scrub the top. It'll help me reach. The squeegee part will help me reach to do the windows because my truck is tall. So just, keep the people in Louisiana. I mean, it was heartbreaking yesterday watching Beaumont, Louisiana. Or Beaumont, Texas. I don't know. It's right there on the border. They were getting slammed with rain. And the poor people in the nursing home, people they couldn't even get to. So, keep all these people in your thoughts and prayers. And if you live down there, volunteer somehow, some way. We gotta keep these folks going. It's going to be a long process to rebuild. And the main thing they got to know, I know I'm getting off the subject from your before bed routine, but my son told me the other day, and he's a carpenter, even though he keeps our books and works at the office. His grandfather was a carpenter. He's done a lot of carpentry work. And the main thing you got to remember when you go back to these homes that are flooded is you've got to get everything that's wet out of the house. Because when it hits 90 degrees, that mold is going to start growing. So you've got to get the wet sheetrock out of the house. You're going to have to strip back your studs to where you don't have anything holding water in. If water got up 4 feet in your house, it's probably wicked its way up to the second level of sheetrock. So you may have to take all the sheetrock off the walls. Just start demo day. That's all you can do is get that wet stuff out of the house and get your house dry. You're going to need fans. You're going to need to keep fans moving, the air to keep the mold from growing. I know some of you may not even have electricity back yet, but if you can get to your house and start getting the stuff out of your house, you are going to be a whole lot better off. The faster you can demo and get the wet stuff out of the house, the better you're going to be. You really are. So please, please, please don't procrastinate on this, because your lives and your family's lives depend on not having mold in your house and getting back to some semblance of routines and order. And you don't need a whole lot to live. Once you get the house dry, you can start putting things back. So take care of what's got to be done. I mean, people were demoing yesterday in some areas of Houston. So, yeah, I just can't even imagine. I used to live in a flood-prone area, and in Lake County, Tennessee, right on the Mississippi River, and we would get annual waters to come up. The Mississippi River would rise, but we had levees, and it was rare that the water exceeded the levees. And when the water gets out, the snakes don't have any place to go. We didn't have fire ants in West Tennessee, but I know people who went under their house and died because they got bit by cottonmouths. So be aware of the snakes. Houston has fire ants, and I saw somebody rescue a poor little old armadillo the other day. There are all kinds of critters out in those low-lying areas, and you've just got to take care of yourself. Be careful. It's not worth it, because those snakes needed someplace to go. I saw some lady with alligators in her backyard. I couldn't even think about alligators, but they're there. So let's get back to our routines, our before bed routine. You don't have. People tell me I've got to write an essay about this, but people tell me they're too tired. They're too tired in the evening to do their before bed routine, and I just call bull on that. It's just another form of whining to me. You can start that before bed routine as soon as you get through with dinner. Part of your before bed routine is making sure your sink is clean and shiny, running the dishwasher. Another part of it is getting yourself ready for bed. But to get ready for tomorrow, you need to know where you're going tomorrow. Do you have a doctor's appointment? Do you need to fast overnight? Have you got a meeting that you got to take a certain briefcase with you? Know what those things are. Is it a special day at work and you're doing something different? You got to send cupcakes to school. You name it. You got to look at that calendar and know what's going on tomorrow. And then you got to check the weather. Do you need rain boots? Do you need an umbrella? Do you need your raincoat? All of these things are important to knowing what you've got to bring tomorrow. So look at your calendar. Know what all the kids are doing too, because you don't want to get halfway to school and have to turn around and go back and get the clarinet. So know what the kids on the kids' schedule. Make sure they have their lunches and the different things that they need, and start putting things by the front door so that when you need to leave, everything is right there. We call that our launch pad. And when our launch pad is efficiently stocked the night before, you don't have to run around looking for stuff. It's already there. Your pocketbook, your briefcase, your children's backpacks are hanging on pegs. All that stuff is right by the front door. And it'll make it quick and easy for you to get out of the house without forgetting what you need. Now, sometimes we need a tote bag that we can put our work shoes in instead of wearing our sneakers all day. And I got tickled this week when President Trump and his wife went to Texas, and she left the house. She left the White House looking, her normal self. She had on her heels, and she got in the helicopter, but she already had what she needed on Air Force One, because she got a launch pad. She knows that she couldn't wear heels if she was going into hurricane ravaged area. She was prepared, and I just get tickled. We all need our own little launch pad so that we know what we've got, and we got to think about it ahead of time. So do this for yourself. It's going to make your life so much easier. You're not going to be upset with forgetting something or not having exactly what you need on when you get to work. Maybe it's 70s week at your child's high school and they got to dress up weird all week. We used to do a different thing every day for homecoming week and all these things. And put it on the calendar. Those school calendars are going to come home with these kids, and write it all on the calendar. Don't count on the kids to remember for you. Do it for yourself, because that way, and you can go online and find these calendars, and you can write everything down on the calendar. You are going to be fine. Oh, thanks for liking my blouse. It's something I found off on eBay, and I worn it at a couple speaking engagements, and I had it handy, and it's just nasty out, and I just thought I would perk up a little with something little fancy. I don't usually do bling, so it's got a little leather on it and some silver and purple sequins and studs or something. I don't know, but I needed a little cheering up today. Yep, my blood pressure's been up all week, and I hadn't had a good blood pressure reading since last Wednesday. And I know it has to do with being upset over the storm, with all the people who are suffering. And it breaks my heart. It really does break my heart. So please keep them in your thoughts and prayers, and you can donate on your phone to the Red Cross. You text the word Harvey. If somebody knows that, I think it's 90999, but check somebody who knows what that Red Cross number is. Find that out. You can make your money go directly to the victims of Hurricane Harvey. I chose to donate to Samaritan's Purse because they're a North Carolina organization, and I know they do good work, and they're already on the ground. We have got flybabies whose family works with Samaritan's Purse, so that's where I chose. But you donate where you see fit. If you want to donate time, then check with FEMA, and they can put you in a place where you're needed. And it's all about helping others. All helping others. And those people that took their own boats and jet skis and went in to save people, I'm so proud of them for not waiting for it to be so bad that they couldn't help them. But they worked in the rain, they worked in the nasty water, they did what they could where they were. They grabbed their boats and they went. And it didn't matter if it was a little swamp boat, a little fishing boat, or great big outboard motorboats. I even saw some pontoons working. But they did what they could where they were and helped people. I saw yesterday an older couple who were on jet skis in their front foyer being taken out of their house. And they were, and everybody has been so appreciative. And that's what blows me away. That even in these times of terrible tragedy in their lives, they're still appreciative to the people helping them. And they've been through floods before. Some people have been through Katrina and Rita before, and and now Harvey. Yeah, I'm glad the men are getting equal time. We've had some bad hurricanes that were women's names. I'm just glad we got some guy names now. Even though it's strange for me to look at. Oh, I had some vitamin C in that water, and it was at the bottom. And it got me right here. Anyway, that's our before bed routine. And then you got to get ready for bed. we got to put our jammies on. Well, I can't put my jammies on till I get all my steps in. And I have been really proud of myself. Last week I did 6 whole days of getting all my steps in. And this week I have upped my steps another 500 steps, and this will be my 6th day to get all of those steps in. And I'm just excited. I'm getting my stamina up, and I'm losing a little weight, and I'm eating low carb, practically no carb except for green leafy vegetables. And, I'm having fun taking care of my house. I get steps in pushing a dust mop. I get steps in dusting. I get steps in making the bed. I get steps in all day long. And then I'll set aside 10 minutes and do 10 minutes. I have a goal to get so many steps in by 1 o'clock. And my few steps, I'll tell you, it's 3,500 right now. But 2 weeks ago, I was doing 1,400. So I'm doing 2,000 more steps than I was just 2 weeks ago. And I am pleased with that. And I'm not beating myself up because I'm not doing 13,000 steps. I am happy with my progress because I am not going to be a perfectionist and push myself too far and get injured, because my joints have to get used to the extra moving. I'm still not real good about walking down the driveway. It's big rocks, and my foot hits them, and sometimes it'll twist. So I don't want to fall. I guess I probably need to take my walking stick with me. That's a good idea. I think I'll try that. Take my walking stick with me. All these tips I just gave you are for full-time working moms. That before bed routine is for somebody that works outside the house, somebody who has to take their kids to school, somebody who works shift work. It works for anybody. You just gotta quit thinking that you're special, because women who work at home, who homeschool, who have spouses who are deployed, these women still have the same issues as a working mom. They just work in a different place, and they need to get up and get going. They've got things to do and people to see. And if those folks that don't work outside the home, that work at home, all of their friends think they have so much more time, and they don't, because they're volunteering, they're taking care of parents. There's just so much stuff that's on their plate right now that they have full-time jobs too. So this before bed routine will work for anyone. Will work for anyone. You just have to quit thinking that your situation is special, because it's not. We're women. We have homes, we have children, some of us have husbands to take care of. Some of us has husbands that don't need taking care of. Mine doesn't need taking care of. He does his own laundry. He just got through ironing all his shirts because he couldn't be out digging on his rock. He's got this boulder he's been trying to uncover, and he's done pretty good with it. But it keeps him busy. He's retired. He's home every day. But he has these little projects that keep him going, that keep him out of, now I'm not going to say he bothers me, but he walks through the living room and I'm talking on the phone. He thinks I'm talking to him. So it's kind of funny. I have to say, no, I'm on the phone and I've got headphones in. So it's quite an interesting experience, and we're finally getting used to it after 9 years, almost, let's see, he retired when he was 60, so it's 8 years of him being retired. 8 years of being retired, and we love it. I mean, we don't have to check a calendar, see if he can do something. We're good to go. He gets to go have lunch with his buddies from the court system every once in a while. And he still stays in touch with them. We have friends. So we got each other. And we like to have fun. Now, he's been excavating this rock. And this rock is huge. And it's right by the road. And he wants to make it pretty for everybody who drives by. But everybody who drives by, some of them stop and talk to him and want to know what he's doing. And it's just been funny. He's met neighbors. He's talked to people. It's gotten him out in the public, just virtually, just right out there, them seeing him working. One guy drove past the other day, and the big dog was with him. And the big dog is 150 pounds. Chief is huge. And the big dog always wants to be with Robert. And he was curled up by the side of the road, and somebody thought it was a bear cub and was getting ready to warn Robert that there was a bear. Chief looks like a bear, but he is not a bear. He's just cute. So back to those baby steps. Decide, your before bed routine. Decide what your bedtime is. And I'm going to fuss like crazy right now. A lot of you think that when the kids go to bed at 8 or 9 o'clock, that's your time to play. Well, if you have to be up at 6 o'clock in the morning to get everybody ready to go to school, then you need to go to bed by 10. And if you're spending that hour playing and not doing your before bed routine, your morning is going to be crazy. And you're going to be yelling and screaming and rushing and getting your blood pressure up and being a nag to your family. And it's just not worth it. So decide on a bedtime. If your bedtime is 10 o'clock, then you need to decide, you need to back things up a little bit so you can make sure everything's done. That's why I like to start my before bed routine after dinner. So at 7 o'clock, I usually start my before bed routine. I try to get a bath in between 7 and 7:30 because I don't watch Wheel of Fortune. But Jeopardy comes on at 7:30, so I want to watch Jeopardy. And then I lay out my clothes for tomorrow. I get my bathroom all spiffed up. I lay out my vitamins for tomorrow while I'm in the bathroom. And then I set up a bedtime. My bedtime is about 12:30 right now. But I don't get up till 9. So I'm getting 8.5 hours of sleep. And I'm happy with that. If I get less sleep, I'm a little more fatigued during the day. So getting enough rest is important for me. Now, you got to turn your computer off. Your laptop, your phone has to be on its charger and charging, but you want to turn off the notifications. And there's a setting in your phone that will keep you from getting notifications after a certain time. And this will help you. This will help you. I have an 11:50 alarm on my fitness tracker. And that's my cue to shut down the computer and start getting my brain desynthesized or whatever, desensitive to the screens, to the computer screen, to an iPad, to the iPhone. It just, that brightness will tell you it's daytime and you might not be able to go to sleep. So you need some downtime from screens. We do keep the TV on till it's time to go to bed, but the screens don't bother me at all. Let's see, what else? Setting that bedtime is good. So you got to brush your teeth. And I have been doing something really strange. to help with gums and flossing and everything, I have those little disposable toothbrushes called Whisk that I keep right by my chair. And if I just feel like it or whatever, I just massage my gums with one. And it works really well to keep my gums from bleeding and anything. And I kind of get sort of my hygiene done before I even go to the bathroom, because I'm sitting there chewing on this toothbrush and doing things, and I just throw it in the trash. And after dinner, I'll floss my teeth because I'm not going to eat anymore the rest of the night. And then my teeth are pretty much done. I got to wash my face. I've got to, put some eye drops in, take my earrings off, do all the stuff that needs to be done. And I'm good to go because I've already laid my clothes out. They're sitting there ready to go because I picked them out when I took a bath. And it's just I have this routine, and it's part of me now. I don't even have to think about what to do. So at midnight, I start shutting my computer down, and I just start getting ready to go to bed. I've already got my jammies on, all the things that I need to do. We'll watch something on TV, and last night we watched BattleBots. We love BattleBots and something about making swords. Those are our two favorite shows right now. So you can tell we're such geeks. Anyway, we have fun, and check your calendar. All these things, it's getting yourself ready for bed, getting the family ready for bed, and that's in 2 phases. Getting your house ready, run around the house and clear off your hot spots right quick. If you need to, empty the dishwasher after it's run so that you're starting the day tomorrow with the dishwasher empty. It's your dirty dish disposal unit. It's going to make your life much better when you do this before bed routine. It's that simple. It's the most important routine of the whole day. Now, when you get up in the morning, you still got to get dressed to lace up shoes. Those lace up shoes, I haven't worn my lace up shoes this summer until day before yesterday. And I thought, I'm just going to put on my lace up shoes. We're going to get some rain, and I just want to get my lace up shoes on. And my legs have felt much better. I feel energized with them on, and I don't go to bed with my feet feeling super hot, and I can't stand hot feet. I can't stand hot feet at all. I can't sleep with hot feet. So let's put on those lace-up shoes. And sometimes I keep my lace-up shoes on even with my gown on. I know it looks funny, but hey, it works for me. It keeps my feet from getting hot. I don't know why. I just do it. Anyway, that's your before bed routine in a nutshell. Take care of you, take care of tomorrow, and take care of the house. 3 things. Check the calendar for what you got to do tomorrow and get your launch pad set up. Get the house picked up so that the hot spots are clear, stuff's put away, toys are put away. Everything, you can do that. Kids can take their toys to their rooms instead of leaving them out. You can do these things. So, and then you just have to take care of you and getting you in bed. Think about tomorrow, think about the house, and think about you. 3 things. Tomorrow, the house, and you. Maybe you want to make a 3 cards, 3 little Post-it notes on your bathroom mirror. Tomorrow, the house, and you. That's the 3 parts to your before bed routine. Okay, I'm going to take some questions now. I got some questions here. And I got another pile here. So, these are ones taken from from the comments 2 weeks ago. Can we get text instead of emails? Please always have my phone with me. Well, you have to set your email up on your phone, and then you'll get a notification that you get an email. It's real easy to do. You go into your settings and set up your email account to come in. I have a Gmail account that's my phone account, and that's all you have to do to get the emails on your phone. Now, if you want to get our app you have to pay for. It's $7.95. No, it's not $7.95. You'll have to look. It's $9.95. Anyway, check our app, and our app sends you notifications to your phone and a link to go to the website and read it. And a lot of people have this app, and they love it. So check out the app. It might be a good way to get the emails get the messages on your phone. But for now, set up your email account or set up an email account and on your phone, a Gmail account that only comes to your phone, and you can only have your Fly Lady emails on it. And go sign it up. Our little computer geek, Michael, he built me a wonderful thing this week. And it's going to help a lot of people who have tried to get back on and have had problems, who have unsubscribed in the past and they want to get back on and they can't. So he's made it where you can't misspell your email address. And one other thing, y'all, check your email accounts. If your account is suspended because your mailboxes are full, you're not going to get our messages. Don't sign up with that email address unless you clean out your mailbox. And it's real easy to do. You can select all on Gmail and dump them all. You don't really need to keep them. So do that. Don't sign up with a bad email address. Sign up with one that you're going to get, because the emails coming to you, getting in your head, are going to change the way you think. Do it. Don't use Fly Helper. Don't even mention Fly Helper, because they stole everything from us and they are not part of Fly Lady. Do not use Fly Helper. It is not anything that's part of us. And I just don't even want to talk about somebody who's such a thief that they are. They went in and stole things off of our website. Don't get my blood pressure up. Don't use Fly Helper. You can use Fly Lady Plus, which is free, and you can use our Fly Lady Messenger app. Those two are our apps. Do not use Fly Helper. Okay, this is from Elizabeth. What would the Fly Lady say about letting a negative voice define you? Well, I would say stop it. Stop it right now. Because you have to recognize where that negative voice is coming from. Leanne and I talked about those negative voices in our book, Body Clutter. And, you know, those negative voices are the ones that tell us that we never could do anything anyway. And, you know, that there's just so many ugly things that have been said to us. And, you know, those words that we hear, that we say to us, they get regurgitated and they come out of our mouths to our children. So you have to stop that. You have to recognize where those voices are coming from and say, no, I am not that way. I am happy. I get the job done. Just start all these I am statements and turn those negative voices into nothing. Nothing. Get rid of them. Get rid of them, because you deserve to be treated better than that. I mean, we are our own worst enemy. We beat ourselves up because we can't walk 3,500 steps. Don't do it. 3,500 steps is better than 1,400. So just be kind to yourself. That's what happened in 1999 when I started getting organized. I realized how ugly I was to me. And that was my second New Year's resolution, was to be kind to me. Be kind to me. And being kind to yourself is going to go a long way into establishing our simple habits, and that are going to get strung into simple routines and change our lives. So be kind to yourself. Recognize where those negative voices are coming from, because when you hear that negative phrase, pinpoint it and say, no, Mama, you're not talking to me that way. I'm a grown woman and you can't talk to me. Now, if they are real voices, somebody saying ugly things to you in person, you just have to say, you just got to forgive them, because they don't know how to change. They don't know how to change. Okay, next question. This is from Mandy. Mandy said, any tips on how to remove hard water calcium deposit from sink handles? We're in a rental home, and no matter how much scrubbing and shining I do to my bathroom sink, it never does look clean because of this. I've swished and swiped every day, and I'm eager to get this looking better. Well, sometimes you can take a butter knife, just a plain old little knife, and you can chip away at the calcium deposits. That's all it is a calcium deposit. I have used dental floss to get up and under it and pop it off. I've used my thumbnail, but I have really hard fingernails. So you can chip away at this stuff. Sometimes just a popsicle stick, a tongue depressor will work too. So you can chip away at it, and a little bit at a time. You can also take vinegar. A vinegar bath will work. So take some cotton pads that you would wipe your face with and soak them in vinegar and lay them on the calcium deposits and wrap it in saran wrap so that it doesn't dry out. And then it'll soften up the vinegar and it'll soften up the calcium deposits, and it works pretty well. So have fun with it. You're going to like it when it's all clean. I had a kitchen sink that was that way, and it took me a couple hours of playing with a butter knife, a chisel, to get that stuff off the sink. But you'll be happy. You'll be happy. Thanks for uninstalling Fly Helper. It's not Fly Lady Helper. It's not Fly Lady Helper. It's Fly Helper. Okay. That was a good question. Let's see here. I'm going to check that one off. Next, this is from Mary Ellen. She says, what's the difference from the basic home plan and weekly home blessing? Weekly home blessing is part of the basic weekly plan. It's our Monday thing. So, the basic weekly plan, let me talk about that a little bit. It's establishing a day for everything. So, like, Monday is our weekly home blessing hour. If you can put together an hour and you want to do weekly home blessing, then do it all in 60 minutes. I do it one item a day. Today's Thursday. It's trash day around here. I gather up all the trash. Thursday is for trash. And then we have this little thing you can download in our control journal section of our website that you can put up on your bathroom wall, so that when you walk out of the bathroom in the morning, you know what it is you got to do to that day. Makes it easy. So Weekly home blessing is part of the basic weekly plan. Now, Monday is when we bless our homes, but I do it one thing every day. So you can choose either way. If you work outside the home, it may be easier for you to do one thing every day. Tuesday is sort of a plan and play day. Start thinking about next week. When we get into the holiday season in another month, we will start thinking about all the things we're going to be doing. Wednesday is always anti-procrastination day. What have you been putting off? Let's clean out our refrigerators. Let's start a grocery list for excuse me. Oh, I didn't pull the straw up. It got me again. Let's start a grocery list. Let's start looking at our menus for next week so that we can build on that grocery list. And get that done on Wednesday, so it's not pulling you down, and then you can add to it things, and then when you go grocery shopping on Friday or Saturday, you're good to go. Your menus are all planned out. You put them all on your calendar. Now here's a good tip for your calendar. Get some Post-it notes and put on the sticky part, little Post-it notes. They'll fit in the calendar box. And I don't have any. Do I have any? No, I don't have any Post-it notes. Put the Post-it notes on your calendar. And then when you cook that meal, just the entree, you know what goes with things. Or you can, fold it up and put it on there. And then you move it 2 weeks away from after you cooked it. How cool is that? It's like, remember color forms when we were kids? We had little sticky things that the sticky didn't go away. We used to have Fly Lady clings like that. They were wonderful. Now we have magnets because they quit making that stuff. But these Post-it notes will stick to anything. And it makes it wonderful. Makes it wonderful to menu plan. Because your menu's already planned out for the next week from 2 weeks ago. Hey, duh. It's a good thing. Plan your groceries. Thursday is a good day to get some errands run if you can. It's my radio show day. So our Facebook Live has been a blessing to many people this past week in the storm. It really has. So, get Thursday and Friday is clean out our car day. Tomorrow, clean your car out. When you get gas, dump the trash. When you get out of the car, don't try to take too much in the house that you junk up the house. But one load at a time, put everything where it goes. Get the car cleaned out. Don't eat in the car. That just makes a bigger mess. So, get the car cleaned out. Fill up with gas on Fridays. Saturday is family fun day. Sunday is renew your spirit. Do something that's going to build you up and love you up. And, go to church. Listen to some wonderful music. Take a nap in the afternoon. What we like to do. But take care of you on at least one day a week. But I want you to do it all week. But that's the so-called difference between basic weekly plan. We do a load of laundry every day. We swish and swipe every day. So this keeps our home looking good. Keeps our family in clean underwear. Nothing says I love you like clean underwear. And when you have to go commando. Don't do it. Okay. Next question is from Sarah. And Sarah says, my problem right now is the car. Speaking of the car, I feel we are in the car lately more than being at home. How do I keep it organized? Well, we have a Fly Lady grocery bag system. It's 3 purple bags and 2 black bags that are insulated. And it is a great way to keep your car organized because you can zip things up in it, and it just, but whatever you have in the car, you need an emergency bag in the car in case you get stranded in traffic. So you need some water bottles. Taking water bottles with you to the car when you're going to be out and about is essential, because thirsty kids are irritable kids. And so have water bottles for them. You might want some simple snacks for them. But keep the area clean so stuff's not, all over the place when you have to slam on the brakes. So keeping it organized, and that's what the office in a bag is for. Because when you get stuck waiting for ball practice to be over, waiting for, cheerleading practice to be over, whatever, soccer practice, whatever. When you get stuck in the car, you have, I thought something was crawling on my leg. When you get stuck in the car, the office in a bag gives you the ability to do menu planning. It gives you the ability to send a card to somebody and drop it off at the mailbox because you got stamps in there and all the things you need. Keeping that office in a bag portable so that you have it with you so you can utilize that downtime. And keep the kids occupied with some games, and not just electronic stuff, little handheld stuff, fun and games that you can get at the travel store or at the toy store. Small little games with not a lot of parts, but an etch-a-sketch would be fun. Little things they can play with, old-time toys. You got to get the kids out of the iPads and the TVs every once in a while. And keeping a crate in the trunk with essential things, and having an emergency bag, having an emergency first aid kit in the car, emergency jumper cables is always good, but be careful with them because you can short out your electrical system if you don't know what you're doing. Okay, next question. This is from Lori K. My middle name's Kay, Kaye. How do we send questions? Well, right now, you can either post a question in the comment section of the Facebook Live, or you can send it to flylady@flylady.net with the subject line being question. And we will collect those, and I'll print them all off and cut them into little slips of paper so that I can answer them. And it's been really working well for the last 3 weeks, and I'm loving it. Okay, this is from Catherine. I have limited energy. Is there a way to really break down even the 15-minute routines? Oh, yeah. 5 minutes, 2 minutes. 2 minutes is an amazing time to get things done. Sometimes I have 2-minute days all day long. I get up and do 2 minutes worth. If you get up every 15 minutes and do 2 minutes, your house will look amazing. I mean, showroom ready for reveal time. If you're up every 15 minutes doing 2 minutes. I mean, and when I walk laps around the house, not that I can walk laps, but I turn around and go through the whole house, and I see things that need done because I got that hat on. I got that little hat on that tells me what needs to be done. So yes, adapt the Fly Lady schedule, the 15 minutes, to your timetable, to what you can do. I mean, getting up and doing 2 minutes may be great. Next week you may do 3 minutes. See what you can build up to. Build your stamina up. You're going to feel good about it. And 2 minutes is going to get so many things done in your home. I like to make a little list. I call it Fly Lady Bingo. And I like to list 6 things in the morning that I've seen through my walk through the house that kind of need to be done. And those little things get taken care of during the day. Does it add to my steps? No, probably not. But I do get things done when I'm up and moving. So be kind to yourself. Don't try to push yourself so hard. Next question. This is from Lisa. Lisa says, do you have a chat room for your premium members? I love the old chat room where the games were played. We play games on Facebook. And if you're a premium Fly Lady and Fly Lady Premium, they have Fly Lady Premium. They have a Facebook page that you're part of. So check with Tammy or somebody, and any of my Fly Lady mentors that are on here. Please help Lisa out with this. We don't have the chat anymore because the chat we were using went, let's just say they quit supporting it, and we had to shut it down. But we have 600,000 people almost on Facebook, and we play games on there. Tammy and the group play games too, and you can play your own game. You don't have to have others. You can get a friend and y'all can work together. So, I'm going to take another drink, but I'm going to pull the straw up so that I'm not getting all that vitamin C at the bottom that I forgot to stir. This is from Sasha. My 15-year-old daughter washes dishes every day. How do I get the 11-year-old and 18-year-old to help when I am at work all day, especially during the summer? Well, summer is about over, and kids will work for money. Even if they just take a few bucks to the dollar store, they will work for money. The 18-year-old, she's going to be out on her own and going to college before you know it. The 11-year-old, you can bribe that child with money. If they have certain things they have to do for their allowance, you can get a lot of things done with money. I know it sounds awful, but it's a way to get the kids excited about doing something. Or have a reward. Maybe they want to go to the dollar store, or they want to go to some fun place that they like to go to. Just, have a goal. And if they get everything done and they help out in a congenial way during the week, then you take them to get ice cream, or you take them to the dollar store. It's up to you to sit down with them and have a meeting and set the goals. And you will be surprised at how much help you can get. I don't know if I can help the 18-year-old. We do have a college control journal, though, that she can download. This is from Nancy. And she says, should you put your children's clutter in their rooms in order to keep the main part of the house clutter-free? I would say yes, but I would have them put their clutter in their room and have them go through their stuff and get rid of some stuff so that they can make room for it. Because the main areas of the house need to be clutter-free so that you can have a wonderful, a wonderful place to be in your home that's not junked up. Now, I know that I interviewed a lady one time on our Facebook page, and she and her husband did not allow toys in the kids' rooms. All they had in their rooms was a bed, a nightstand, and a desk and a bookcase. That's it. Their rooms were toy-free. But they had a place to put toys. They had a playroom. If you have a playroom, that's great. If you don't, you have to use your kids' room. But everything needs to have a place. They need a toy box, or they need certain bins for certain toys. That if they have a bookshelf, you can use Post-it notes to mark where things go. So everything has a place. Everything is in its place. This is from Rebecca, spelt the biblical way. What is the plan for getting an Android app? We're working on it. That's all I can say. It's just not as easy as doing the ISO app. I am sorry, but our emails will come to your inbox, and that is as good as anything right now. You get our emails, you get the flight plan every day, which has everything in it that you need for tomorrow. And get our emails on your phone. It's going to help you. Okay, Karen. As wet as it is outside, I can't even grab a piece of paper. Karen is... I'm one of those that loves a to-do list, but it grows. And before I know it, it's a whole page long. What is your advice? Stop it. Make your to-do list only be 6 things. 6 is top. 6. And then if you don't get to all of them tomorrow, add those things you didn't do today to that list tomorrow, and you're going to be a whole lot. You're not going to feel overwhelmed. When we have a full page, and we do this to ourselves all the time. When we have a full page of things we got to do, we just look at it and say, I don't have time. And that's our perfectionism talking. But if you will just list 6 things are doable. 6 things are so much easier than a whole page worth. So be kind to you by just doing 6 things, having 6 things listed. 6 things. Mark something off, and don't add to the list during the day. Get those 6 things done, because tomorrow is another day. As Scarlett would say, tomorrow is another day. I got 2 more questions from 2 weeks ago in our little chat, in our comment section. How do you keep up and work when you are a stay-at-home wife, no children, and have the blahs? Oh, poor baby. Well, first thing I want you to do is make sure you're getting enough sleep. And then I want you to get a doctor's appointment and get your vitamin D levels checked, your iron levels checked. And I want you to start moving a little more every day, because moving helps get those endorphins running. So you got to take care of you. But setting your timer for 2 minutes. You can do 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to peace. 2 minutes to peace. That's all it takes. And get up and do 2 minutes, and then sit back down and rest. And get out in the sunbeams. I know we haven't had a whole lot of sunlight here lately in Texas. Sun came out yesterday, and now we are all dreary here. And it's rained all summer here. It's been wet all summer. So take care of yourself. Get out in some sun and walk a little and do 2 minutes worth of walking. That's all it takes to get started. When is the new book going to go get digital? It already is. Somebody posts a Kindle version of the book on our chat, on our comments. All you gotta do is go to Amazon.com and search for Chaos to Clean by Marla Silly, and you will find it. It's right there. Well, time flies when you're having fun. It's 4 minutes after 1 o'clock. No, it's 4 minutes after 3 o'clock. Everybody, tomorrow's a new habit. Your before bed routine, but you had to do it tonight. So Do your before bed routine tonight to get ready for tomorrow. Think about tomorrow. Put everything on your launch pad. Think about the house. Clean off your hot spots. You know where they are, where you throw down the mail and you don't look at it. You know all those places. And think about you. That's your before bed routine. Those 3 sections get you to tomorrow. It's going to be a good week. Keep praying for the people in Texas and Louisiana. Now the flooding is heading up into Memphis. We have people in Memphis. Carolyn and Melanie are family members, and keep them in your prayers because they're expecting 8 to 10 inches of rain where they are. And my son's father is in Lake County, Tennessee. Keep Lake County and all those northern and western counties in North Carolina in your thoughts and prayers. We're getting outer bands here, so everybody keep people in the path of this storm. It may not be a tropical storm anymore, but it's a low, and say prayers about the one coming across the ocean to Puerto Rico and all those people. So everybody have a good week. Send your questions to me, flylady@flylady.net, with question in the subject line in big letters, capital letters, and we'll get them in our next pile. So I still have a few more left from what came in the last time I asked for them, but I'm getting low, and I will print all of next week's out on that Patty has compiled for me, and cut them up, and we'll have them for next week. So everybody, say prayers, and let's do our before bed routine tonight. Get you some post-it notes and put them on your bathroom mirror to remind you, because this is going to change everything. It really will. See you next time. Love you all. Bye.